These are called gene pools.
呢啲就叫基因庫。
According to evolution, they're supposed to be expanding more and more information.
根據進化論，應該係不斷嘅遞增同埋越嚟越多嘅資訊。
Instead, we see them contracting.
相反，我哋見到佢哋係減少緊。
Now, evolutionists know this.
進化論者都知道呢件事。
So they believe there must be some other way to get fresh information.
所以佢哋相信有其他方法去得到新嘅資訊。
Ultimately, the only way is by mutation.
最後就只可以由突變裏邊得到啦。
Mutations are copying mistakes when DNA is copied from parents to children.
突變係父母喺佢哋將遺傳基因複製俾下一代嘅時候所產生出嚟嘅錯誤。
Now, when you make mistakes, when you copy a program from one computer to another, if you make a mistake, it usually makes things worse, not better.
好似你將一個電腦程式複製到另一個電腦，如果有犯錯，多數係會變差咗，而唔會變好咗。
And there are many examples of these copying mistakes in people.
喺人類，複製產生錯誤嘅例子係好多嘅。
There are over 5,000 inherited diseases.
我哋有超過5000種遺傳嘅疾病
that are caused by single mutations.
係由單一嘅突變所產生。
Now, when you have a copy of a defective copy, if you are copying something that has a mistake, you will copy the mistake.
如果你複製嗰樣嘢原本都有錯誤，你複製出嚟嘅嘢都會有錯誤。
Until there is another mistake,
直到有另一個錯誤出現。
Now you're copying two mistakes.
你而家就複製緊兩個錯誤。
So that's why mistakes add up with time in plants and animals.
所以喺動植物，時間越耐，所累積嘅錯誤就越多。
Here is an example of a mutation in chickens.
呢個例子就係關於雞嘅突變。
The information to make feathers is damaged.
製造羽毛嘅資訊係損壞咗。
By the way, not all mutations are bad.
但係呢，唔係所有嘅突變都係唔好嘅喎。
Because sometimes having a mistake can be a good thing.
但係有時犯錯都係一件好事嚟㗎。
But it still represents a loss of information.
但係都代表緊一個資訊嘅流失。
I'll give you an example that Darwin noticed.
我俾一個例子就係達爾文留意到嘅。
That when you go to small windy islands,
當你去一個好大風嘅小島
all the beetles don't have wings.
所有嘅甲蟲都係冇翼嘅。
But they have little scars where their wings used to be.
但係佢哋有一個疤痕喺原本生翼嘅地方。
Let me tell you what happened.
咁我話俾你聽發生咩事？
If a beetle has a copying mistake, that means it can't make wings anymore.
如果甲蟲有一個複製嘅錯誤而令到佢冇翼，
then living on a large piece of land, that's a bad thing to have.
如果住喺一個好大嘅地方，呢一個係好弊嘅。
Because it means you can't fly away from things that want to eat you.
即係話，如果有嘢想食你，你就唔可以飛走啦。
But if you're on a small windy island,
如果你喺一個好大風嘅小島裏邊，
it's actually a good thing not to fly.
唔識飛其實都係一件好事嚟嘅喎。
Because if you fly, you'll get blown into the sea and drowned.
因為如果你識飛，可能會被吹咗落海而浸死喎。
So natural selection actually chooses the ones with the damaged wing information.
自然選擇就選擇咗冇翼嗰啲。
Sometimes people tell us about this mutation
有時有啲人會話俾我聽呢一個突變
as an example of increased information.
係一個增加資訊嘅例子。
Because instead of losing its feathers,
因為唔係失去咗羽毛，
this bird actually keeps growing them.
相反呢隻雀仔不斷喺度生羽毛。
This is what the bird normally looks like.
正常呢種雀係咁嘅樣噶嘛。
But you see what happened was this.
但係實際發生咗啲咩事呢？
There is normally a control switch that tells feathers when to stop growing.
正常好似有一個開關去控制羽毛幾時停止生長。
And when that switch is damaged, it doesn't know when to stop growing its feathers.
當嗰個開關損壞咗，啲羽毛就唔知道幾時要停止生長。
If evolution really was happening all around us,
如果進化真係喺我哋周圍發生緊，
we should see hundreds of examples of mutations adding information.
我哋應該會睇到數以百計因為突變而增加資訊嘅例子。
Instead, it is very hard to find any.
相反，我哋連一個都好難揾得到。
This sort of change is consistent with the Bible.
呢一種嘅改變係同聖經係吻合嘅。
The original Genesis kinds were created with lots of information.
喺原本創造嘅時候，嗰啲品種係有好多資訊喺度嘅。
The Bible says that everything is created to reproduce after its kind.
聖經話所有創造物都係各從其類咁繁殖。
So that means that dogs will always give dogs.
即係話狗只係會生出狗。
But it doesn't mean that you can't have many more kinds of dogs.
但係咧就
types of dogs, varieties.
但係唔代表唔可以有不同品種嘅狗出現。
You see, we believe that today's zebras, horses, and donkeys were once upon a time the same created kind.
你睇下，我哋其實相信斑馬啦、馬啦、驢仔啦，喺好耐之前都係嚟自同一個創造物種。
That's because you can actually breed them together.
因為佢哋可以互相交配，
and get live offspring.
然後可以生出可以生存嘅後代。
That means that Noah did not have to take a wolf, a coyote, and a dingo on the ark.
即係話挪亞唔需要帶晒狼、草原狼、丁格犬上方舟。
He didn't have to take lions, tigers, leopards, jaguars.
同樣佢都唔使帶晒獅子、老虎、豹、美洲豹上方舟。
But only two of the original kind.
只需要帶一對原本嘅物種。
Because you can actually breed lions and tigers together.
因為你可以將獅子同老虎交配。
It's actually bigger and stronger than lions or tigers.
實際上會比獅子同老虎大隻啲同強壯啲。
So it gets you back a little bit to the created kind.
帶大家睇返創造時原本嘅物種。
Llamas and camels were also once the same kind.
大羊駝同埋駱駝都係由同一個物種而嚟。
This baby has a llama for a mother.
呢個 BB 有一個大羊駝嘅媽媽，
and a camel for a father.
有一個駱駝嘅爸爸。
All of this shows you that the changes are downhill.
所有嘅改變都話俾我哋聽，資訊係減少緊。
Because if you take wild horses today,
因為如果你今日將一隻野馬
by breeding and selecting, you can make many varieties.
透過繁殖同埋篩選，你可以得到好多唔同嘅品種。
But as we've seen, every time you do this, you lose information.
但你睇到每一次咁樣做，資訊就會減少。
That's why you can't start with these Shetland ponies and make big draft horses.
所以點解你唔可以由右手邊嗰種馬繁殖出左手邊嗰種馬？
And you have less and less chance to get more variety.
你會有越嚟越少嘅機會得到品種嘅變化。
One of the leading evolutionists and atheists in the world today is Richard Dawkins.
而家全世界其中一個最出名嘅進化論者同埋無神論者就係 Richard Dawkins。
And this is what he said about the idea of evolution being observed.
呢個就係佢話基於進化論所觀察得到嘅結論。有人曾觀察過進化，只不過進化發生時的情況沒有被人觀察到。
Do you get the point?
你哋明唔明白佢講咩啊？
He says you can see evolution,
佢話你可以睇到進化，
but you can't see it happening.
但你唔可以睇到佢嘅發生。
He's talking about the fossil record.
佢係講緊嗰啲化石嘅記錄。
In other words, you can deduce or infer that it's happened.
換句話講，你可以推論同埋猜想係有發生過。
But he's really admitting that it is not actually seen happening today.
佢即係承認佢冇親眼睇過進化嘅發生啦。